The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Dallas Cowboys. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready? Black 80. Greg Gray.
Don't say nothing.
Now Newton on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2 yards on the carry there. It's going to lead them to third down.
And it's third down.
That's it. Right at the 8, 20.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Jets will take over first and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Morgan now, operating from the gun. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Hey, Wahoo! Now! Hard! Go on! Be grip!
To throw is Morgan. From the gun, he'll throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Hey, Charlie!
I know he ain't got
Fair!
Here's 2nd and 8. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
That's the what? Check 20.
Great!
Throwing again. Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
57, Mike 57. Push him back.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Looking long for his tight end read. And got his man complete. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Here's Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Terrell Basham able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now it's Newton, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. 3rd and long, it's Newton. And going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, check 24. Watch the ship.
2nd and 1. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Gun.
Kill. Turn up. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike. Let's go, D.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. On 2nd and 9, Newton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, certainly it appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
80 weapon.
36. Shift. Watch the shift. Check.
Hey, Sam off. Let's go.
Back to throw. Morgan. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Bullet high. Hey, Alpha.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey. Leo. Rock it.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
He's crashing. He's checking crack. He's checking.
Pilot, 64, weak. Go. Hey, Delta.
Me. I got this. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Bring it. Bring it.
Look. Squeeze. You're out.
Here's Morgan throwing on 3rd and long. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Go. Hard. Shoot.
Now Morgan operating from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey!
2nd and 4. And this one complete to Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's go, Bears. Let's go.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
Check.
Hey, zoom. Now. Gone. Bam. Go.
Morgan to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
General West. Draw.
Slam. Check 43.
Topper. Hey, exit. On the ball. Be grip.
Morgan now on 1st and 10. He's got this one complete to Perriman. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
2nd and 5. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Looking to throw. Morgan. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Brashad Perriman. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Undertake, Sam on. Leo. Go, get it.
To throw is Morgan. Throwing again. Caught here by Bell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
High 7.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Go, go, go.
Yep.
Mike's 50.
X3. 218. Chopper. Rocket.
Check. Fresno.
Let's go.
Here's Morgan to throw on third down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. So, got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Vincent Smith, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. On 1st and 10, Newton. They complete it to Hill. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then use it.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own
Let's go.
21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Morgan. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Hey, Orbit, go. Hard, hard. Gone. Ready? Now
Morgan off the play fake. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Got it. You don't want nothing. Based on travel.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Rush in.
Let's go.
Morgan on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That'll be incomplete, as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Sets up a 3rd down and 18.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Bang. Hey, Foxtrot. Yo, go.
Motion to the back.
Bam.
Check 31.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Down. 50. Plant.
Check pass.
Hey, wahoo.
Let's go, Mike 50. Here we go. Mike 50.
Hey.
50.
They not ready for this. 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, lock it. Hit it.
Morgan now, throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Let's go, fellas.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Switch. Watch the edge. Check.
Hey, Sam on. Now.
To throw is Morgan. To throw on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Morgan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Leo. Rock it. Now.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Check 24. Check 24. Check 15. Check 15. Show it up. Kill. You got tight. You got tight right there. Whip. Watch the whip. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Newton now to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the 2 teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
And
that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Throwing again is Newton. And that will be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Blue draw Corkers.
Slam.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 50. He don't know.
Here's Morgan. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
20. 8. 20.
Watch the twins.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And a big loss falls here as he's taken down. Quentin Williams in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now Newton. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
It's Hill, complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill, 95 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
The Jets take over.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Yep.
Motion.
You're out. He's hard. He's fight.
Now Morgan going to throw again. That's caught out left by Perriman. A gain there of 21 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Gone. Bam. Back. Ready?
Morgan throwing on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Watch twist.
Back to throw. Morgan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down with, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You're not ready.
Great.
Here's Newton. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Newton out to his left. He is going to find Hill here. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Slam, slam, slam.
They'll run on first down. Elliott shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Zerline now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Leo.
Morgan now to throw again. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
91. Rock it. Look, squeeze. Switch. Now.
To throw is Morgan on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's Morgan. Back to the air on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Morgan throws right side, and that's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in after 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 23 yards on the play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. You just hand it off inside.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Here's Newton. That one complete to Hill. Past the 20. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the two-point try.
Hey! 20. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now Morgan, off play action. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. The Jets on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Go on. Fair. Switch. Hey! Let's go, fight.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Elliott. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Newton's going to throw it. Boy, shifts past him. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Now Newton on first down. Gets this one to Hill. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Hey, lock it.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
Ready?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 25 yards that time. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Go. Look at me. Zipper.
50, mark 50, mark 50. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Hey, exit.
50, Mike 50. You.
Go.
Morgan now. From the gun, he'll throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time? Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
On the ready.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up.